I know why that did that. That's from me adding the rocks back here and smoothing it. It actually pulled that out. So that's not going to line up the way it was. That's probably why I left it that way. Same thing with this part here. Yeah, that's why I left it that way. Hello, the Muatak. Or the Muatak. However you say that. Yeah, it's definitely a good idea to keep something to reference back to, so that you can fix little sections. It's like when I, put this on the front face of this section, as well as this one, because this is basically the same piece. I just took the front section and changed it up a little bit. I got a lot of distortion on these here, so I just copied it and went back in, flipped the face and pasted it in, and it fixed it. See, and then if you get a little distortion, just take your line tool and come back in and yep, see, that pulled that one because it's connected to it. Just come back in and paste it, and that'll usually fix a lot of the distortion that you get when you're trying to layer things together. Nice.
I think I'm going for leftover pizza. So good to you?
So, I mean, there's not a lot to it. I just kind of wanted to show everybody today. Just it's kind of frustrating sometimes because you'll get into, things that you think should work and then they don't work. Especially right now with them doing a lot of the updates. Because, Dave doesn't want to call them patches because they're not fixing things, which they're really fixing things. Yeah, they're adding some new features, but they're fixing things, so it's still a patch. But I cut Dave some slack since he is on his pain meds. He may not even remember the entire live stream yesterday, so. But yeah, you get some distortion and stuff. You just gotta a lot of this stuff I figured out from trial and error. To be honest with you, trying things and it not working, and trying something else. So, I mean, you see that it didn't distort any more than what it was already, and that's because that's the way it already looked when I placed it. So, just always try to remember to work north and south when you're doing things. Keep your faces facing north and south, and that'll help keep things from getting distorted. Say now, like if I just made one of these triangles like this, and that's how I made it. Actually boxed it, took voxels and boxed it out like so. You know, and then staggered them down and then smoothed it to actually get a triangle, curved triangle like that. Hello, Barnyoof. And then if I wanted to take that and make a curve out of it, just an actual curve without having this sharp point on it, let me go ahead and rotate this back up. Which, you know, you can make your little arches and stuff with these. Let me have it facing this way. This is the way I normally do it. So, which the faces would be facing north and south. And then the back end here would be facing west. Let's go ahead. Go one up, one back. Paste that out. Go to the other side. Same thing. Now you can see it distorts it, but that's what we want it to do. And this works a lot better with bigger ones than these smaller ones. But I can kind of give you the general idea. And I learned this from Firal too. You can kind of see we've already got the curve shape there, which is what we want. So what we're going to want is this back side facing southwest or southeast. Southeast or southwest, doesn't really matter. As long as your back side's facing towards the south here, you're fine. And then you come in and you delete this. Yeah, you're going to have, you know, some jaggy stuff here. That's just because of, you know, I pulled the curve off of this layered section here. So those inner faces are actually pulled into that middle part. But as long as it's facing southwest or southeast, you can delete those faces, and it's not going to grab the ones in front of it and stretch those and pull those out. Because say I were to take this and flip it to where it's facing the north side. Hey, Amarak. You can see it's pulling those voxels. Instead of it leaving, you know, cutting that part off and it being rounded there, those voxels are getting pulled to the north. Everything gets pulled to the northeast and the northwest. All the corners are always going to pull that direction whenever you're deleting something. Oh, not much, man. Just kind of going over a few things. It's been a while since I streamed. Back on from my stream break, so I just wanted to kind of go over a few things for maybe some people who don't quite know how to do some of this stuff, or maybe don't understand certain things the way that they work. Nice, Amarak. Congrats. And here's a little tip for you too, Amarak. If you go to GameStop or GameSpot, actually I can actually link the page. I don't know how much longer they're going to be doing this, but they have 7-day codes. Let me go. I'll go ahead and link this in chat. If you're like me and have multiple email addresses, go here and put your email address in, and they will send you a 7-day code. Now, if you have multiple email addresses, you can get multiple 7-day codes. Those 7-day codes stack. So the more 7-day codes you have, the more time you're going to have. So with your 7-day one, if you say you get 2 more, it'll give you 21 days because those are stackable. Until maybe you can by chance get a unlimited key from somebody, or a situation comes up where you can get a founder's pack or something. So, but that's basically the gist of that. Southwest and Northwest is your friend when doing any type of layering or trying to delete voxels without messing up the voxels behind them. Why, yes, it was. I was sitting here talking to you. My girlfriend brought me some pizza, so I muted my mic. And I've been sitting here talking to you guys and forgot I was muted. That's one of those things. It happens all the time. I do it all the time. Doesn't surprise me. I don't like having it on push to talk because I know when I watch streams, especially like if it's a tutorial stream and somebody is using push to talk, it really annoys me sometimes when you can hear it cut off right in the middle of somebody saying something, because when you're talking, you don't understand the lag difference behind it and when it's actually cutting off in the stream. And it kind of aggravates me if I miss something that I really needed to know because it got cut off, or just hearing it cut in and out.